Good morning, Internet fam. Today is Monday, June 18th. It is a beautiful sunny day again in San Diego today, as it normally is. I'm wearing my stylish Ben Franklin shirt today because freedom and technology. Can you just say because and then throw some nouns out there? Is that acceptable in 2018? I think it might be. I want to get to the MasterNode news as soon as possible today, but I feel that it's important to make another disclaimer. Now, I make a disclaimer on my channel at least once a week, but this disclaimer I hope will cover me for a long time. I'm covering MasterNode news specifically. Masternodes are a very specific, small subset of the cryptocurrency market at this point, a very volatile and wild market where a lot of money can be made and lost speculating and investing and through a myriad of different processes and possibilities. And you should not take anything that I say as a gold standard of anything. I don't give financial advice. I don't actually know anything about most of these coins in most cases. I do a little bit of research. I follow the market. And in general, I feel like there's not enough news out there about masternodes specifically. So that is why I have this channel. That is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't think that, I wish that I was CNN and I had a panel of 20 experts here putting together research and giving me better news stories to tell every day, and that I could present them in a better way with a better teleprompter and everything else. I'm just one guy doing this in his spare time, daily, every single day, and all told it takes about 2 hours a day to put together one of these vlogs. So, somebody messaged me on Discord and they said, hey, you mentioned the shekel or Jew payouts based on the masternodes.online numbers, and those numbers were wrong, and they were wrong because shekel coin has recently done a difficulty change, and the rewards are now lower than they were before. It's not a difficulty change, that's a mining term, sorry. I misspoke. See, I misspeak. I don't actually know anything about a lot of this. So again, take this all with a grain of salt. Now, I do follow the market, and I do have some concrete ideas about the technology because I have an IT background and a background in Linux specifically. I'm very into open source, software freedom, financial freedom, a lot of the things that this topic is related to. I've had a long-term interest in, to the point where I even have a Ben Franklin shirt. So that's a real thing. But I don't know. I could easily get some details wrong here, and you should always go and do your own research before spending your own money on anything like this, or setting up your own masternode, or whatever aspect of this space you want to get into. For example, I have a client who I set up their masternodes for them, and their social send masternode continuously goes over to missing all the time, missing, which means they're not getting rewards on that masternode. And Social Send is the masternode coin that I'm probably most interested in. Of all the masternode coins that I cover, it's the one that I find has the most potential for influencing our world most immediately. And the fact that I don't know how to fix one Social Send masternode should give you some idea of how chaotic this space is, how even when you're deeply into it, you might miss a lot of core fundamental details, and the fact that you should definitely do your own research before spending your own money or spending your own time. And also, time is related to money in a way. Time equals money, some people say. I don't think that's quite I think that equation is oversimplified. But anyway, so I hope that's enough of a disclaimer for you. I am in no way any kind of expert that leads to any kind of decision making for you and your finances. I do believe that masternodes in particular could be the future of cryptocurrency, and that cryptocurrency could be the future of finance, the way we handle business contracts. Almost every aspect of our life is going to be on the blockchain, and all of those transactions are going to be based on some type of cryptocurrency rather than American dollars, for example, in my opinion. And I think there's a lot of people who would agree with that sentiment overall. And at the moment, there's all these different YouTubes with all these different people talking about the cryptocurrency market. Most of them are really into speculation, talking about speculating. I'm not as into that. I'm into the technology. I'm into the idea of freedom. I'm into the original vision of Satoshi, which was, replacing this corrupt, broken monetary system with the Federal Reserve, etc., with something more meaningful and valuable, and that would be private individuals, families, small businesses owning their own part of the infrastructure and having that be the fundamental basis for our world here to come. And I'm very excited about that potential for my own children in particular, because I do have 2 kids, and I think that the way the world is set up right now is very unfair, very corrupt, and very damaging both to people and the rest of the life in the ecosystem that we share with that life. So, you know, not that I'm a hardcore environmentalist. I was at one point. Now I'm more of a Ron Paul libertarian personally. But again, it's really more about the potential for masternodes and cryptocurrency to improve human life, which I see as a possibility. Now, it could lead to a horrible dystopia as well. Truthstream Media just did a great video about that yesterday. I'm going to post a link to that down below here today. So I encourage you to take a look at that, because if that Estonia complete surveillance society dystopia is where we're headed, which certainly it may be where we're headed, that would be very bad news for all of us and for all of our children. And I'm definitely advocating for a very different path with complete anonymity, complete end to all types of governments and corporations, the decentralization of all means of production and finance, and just complete and total decentralization. That's why I'm into masternodes. I think they hold more true to the original vision of Satoshi than the rest of the cryptocurrency space. So, okay, enough for that. Let's get into the news, shall we? A lot of readers have sent me this chart here, which is ranking the masternodes based on analyzing the white papers and a few other things. And it's interesting, and I'm not saying that I disagree all told with some of the, you know, with some of the way this paper is laid out, but I think this is far too simplistic of a view to get any kind of accurate view. I mean, there are just way too many aspects that you could be examining to determine the value of the masternodes. And while I think this tool is the beginning of something useful and interesting, I do not think it is the end all whatsoever. And in fact, they're only listing, I don't know how many coins here, you know, maybe 100 or something. I don't know. It's not that many that they're listing here. And the fact is there's already more than 300 on masternodes.online, and masternodes.online doesn't even list all the masternode coins. So, you know, clearly there's a ton of coins missing here. And I think that the things they've chosen to analyze here is very simplistic and very, you know, lacks a lot of what you would need, I think, to make better determinations about the future of these coins, the future of the masternode market, etc. I do think this is interesting, and I'm glad somebody has done this work, but I would like to see a much more in-depth study talking about decentralization, talking about the ability to limit whales, etc. So I am aware of this chart. I do think it has some value, but I think it is very simplistic and very minimalistic, and I don't believe that I agree necessarily with the ranking that has been given here, because I think there's so many other fundamental things that are important to be aware of before you think about whether this is going to be the future of finance or not. You know, some of these ones that are lower here are just like, I just fundamentally disagree with that. And I don't think word count of the white paper necessarily gives it the, you know, I don't even know if that should be even a factor per se. So, so again, interesting chart, interesting ideas. I don't know. One other thing I wanted to mention too before I get into the specific masternode news is I just ran into this site here, cryptocoin.cc, and it is a very interesting site. I haven't looked at it extensively, but I do like the way that they've taken, it looks like it's based on the DistroWatch website, which is a great website if you're a Linux guy like I am, that has a lot of valuable information and links on it. And in a similar way, this site looks to be potentially very interesting over the long term. At the moment, I find it pretty limited. I love that they're posting these news articles. Again, I think that, you know, obviously I don't care about half of these coins. I mean, Ripple is like a coin I would never invest in, just completely antithetical to what we're even trying to do in the cryptocurrency space regarding finance, etc. Just not a fan of Ripple at all. Just absolute trash coin in my opinion. And you know, some of the coins that I think are most interesting aren't even listed on this site. I typed in Send and it came up with nothing. So the fact that Social Send isn't even listed on this site shows me that, you know, this site is still very, very early days. But I did find it interesting, and I would love to talk to somebody involved in this project and see what their goal is, and maybe see if we can have some kind of dialogue that maybe can improve both of our processes, both mine for this vlog and them for their website as well. Because I did find it an interesting site. Anyway, just something I discovered out on the internet. Okay, let's get to the market. Bitcoin up almost 3% today. It is a Monday. We've seen this time and time again now where the market goes down, down, down over the weekend, and sometime late Sunday night you just have the absolute rock bottom, the lowest that it's been. That was the case this weekend as well. Sunday also being a holiday here in the United States, it was Father's Day. So I believe the market was even lower than usual. And then we're seeing the bounce back on Monday. So you could get really excited about this 3% gain, but I don't think you should. It's just, I think that we're seeing a little bump every Monday morning as people get into their offices and their boring jobs and open a few tabs and say, hey, look at that. This coin's down, that coin's down, and buy some. And then that kind of buoys the whole market up a little bit. We are still under 300 billion for the market cap. So by no means do I think that the crypto market is doing well or it is healthy. Some of this consolidation and downward trend that we've had in the market for the beginning of this year, I think was healthy, and I think long term might benefit all of us. But at the moment, I think that it's silly. I mean, the market is silly low at this point. Bitcoin dominance back up to 40%. Again, I think that's more a function of just the overall market being low and not really indicative of where we should be or where we could be. If there weren't big whales and bears intentionally manipulating the market in a downward way, which I think all of us at this point are very aware of, that is occurring. Okay, so with Bitcoin being up 3%, then of course the whole market is up a small percentage. B-Trash up a little bit more than I would like to see. I would like to see B-Trash just be gone, just have no value. I really think it's disingenuous the way Roger Ver, Jihan Wu have tried to corner the market on mining, and have also manipulated the entire market with B-Trash. I think it's very disingenuous and morally and ethically wrong, and I think they should really take a long, hard look in the mirror and think about what they were trying to accomplish with B-Trash and what they did accomplish, and maybe revise their position on that, because it's really hasn't done anything good for anybody, in my opinion. In fact, I think it's helped to muddy the waters and water the whole market down and create quite a lot of negativity overall. Ethereum Classic still having that little pump because they're probably going to get added to Coinbase. Ontology had a nice little pump today. I don't really know much about that coin. Icon having a nice little pump today. Few things down, Bytom down, but overall it seems like the whole market is in that little range of following Bitcoin up slightly. And we're seeing a nice little pop today because it's Monday and the market was incredibly ridiculously low. Waves up 7% today. That's definitely a coin that I believe in. Dogecoin are up to 3.33%. So you wild Doge holders from back in the day definitely are doing good today. Digibyte up almost 3%. That's kind of a disappointing gain considering you know, the Bitcoin itself was up over 3%. Basic Attention Token up almost 7%. I think it's interesting. What you're seeing here is when the market recovers, some of the coins that people believe in a little bit more are recovering a little bit more than some of the coins that people don't believe in quite as much. But, you know, humans are so fickle, and whether those coins actually are holding that value or not seems wildly speculative at best. We just don't know. As a result of the crypto market going up, the MasterNode market went up a little bit as well. We're seeing some pretty sizable gains across the, you know, some of the middle coins. Gossip Coin had a big drop. I do have some gossip news here in a little bit here. Absolute Coin had a big drop today too. So, and Lumens also had a big drop today too. So if you were in the market to buy, those would be ones that certainly, at least if you wanted to buy the dip, you know, you might want to look at those ones. Cubic also had a big drop today too. I've got some Cubic news as well today. So I don't think any of those drops are necessarily symbolic of anything. Some big gains today as well. Bitcoin Lightning up 31%. That's putting the Masternode now at $52. I don't like this branding. Anytime the word Bitcoin is used on a coin that isn't Bitcoin, I think that's disingenuous and wrong to do, much in the same way that I don't appreciate Bitcoin Cash for the same reason. Crown coin up 15% today. $6,464 for a Masternode of Crown coin. That's worth thinking about. StakeNet up almost 10%. I've got some StakeNet news today as well. Other than that, everything's just pretty much following that curve. Dextro up almost 10%. Essence up over 10%. Essence again, a very inexpensive Masternode coin. You can get a Masternode for $1. And if you don't own any Masternodes at all, I would recommend buying an Essence Masternode, setting it up, and running it. If for no other reason, then you have the experience and as an educational service to yourself. Again, not financial advice, educational advice. This is a way for you to put $1 into something that could be worth a lot more in the future, perhaps, but in that process, you could learn a whole lot, and that might be very valuable in and of itself. The Crown SN Masternode is also up 15%, so that is $323 today. Again, that's the Crown SN and the other Crown one. I'd like to interview somebody from Crown and get a little bit more fundamentals on some of that. Anyway, we'll go look at some more coins specifically in the market. Let's get to the news, shall we? Let's see, was there any no smart cash news? Why do I have this one pulled up? Absolute had a couple of news items today. Absolute is now has a Facebook page and an Instagram. So they're trying to pump some info on social media. Instagram.com/AbsoluteCoin and Facebook.com/AbsoluteCoin. So, you know, they're trying to get the word out about their coin and drive some interest in the coin via social media. You know, I do believe that does have some value. I mean, we live in a world where social media has, you know, some inherent market value, so might be worth thinking about. Again, I mean, if you look at the chart today, I think Absolute Coin absolutely dropped super hard, right? So I don't know. It's interesting to think about, you know, what's driving the price of the coin. I mean, they had a 25% drop after announcing that they were gonna, you know, that they had set up some social media sites. So, you know, did the market find that this was valuable at all? That they have a Facebook and Instagram? Apparently not. But I think it's somewhat valuable. I mean, you know, they're trying to get the word out about the coin. I don't know. Make your own decisions on all of that. Some Cubic news. I don't have the Cubic Discord set up on this on the news account yet. I need to do that. In fact, if you guys want to give me invites for the Discord channels for all of the coins that you're interested in, I would love to add them to this and provide better news as a result. A lot of these Discord channels don't have invites, so I'm actually lacking an invite for Pack Coin, which is one of the larger coins. I don't have an invite in here for Cubic. I don't have an invite in here for StakeNet. For a lot of these coins that I think I should have a Discord account for. So if you've got invites for any of those Discord channels, please post them in the comments on my YouTube or in Discord directly. There's a link to my Discord as well below. There is on every vlog. Let's see what else. GoByte had a wallet release. I don't even have GoByte in here. I need to add GoByte in here for sure. GoByte had a new wallet release, and let's see, I didn't even see GoByte. Is it because they've fallen off the list here as far as how many masternodes they have out there? Looks like it is, so we're gonna have to look up GoByte by itself. GoByte, oh, they must be in maintenance because they got a new wallet. So anyway, GoByte had a wallet release worth mentioning. Packcoin announced that they're going to be dealing with their budgeting and taking some of the Masternode rewards that they've allocated in order to pay developers, pay for different things that they need done. Sub1x, we have Sub1x in here? I don't have Sub1x in here. I'm gonna have to clean up my Discord here for the news. Anyway, Sub1x announced that they are now being listed on safe.trade. I'm not sure what safe.trade is. I might have to take a look at that later today. But anytime you're being listed to another exchange or a site like that, that's beneficial. Crave Coin also being added on Blocknet. They're being listed on Blocknet, so that's interesting. Pure Coin recently announced that they are on Coin Exchange and they have paid for their coin swap fee. So PureCoin is going to, they're moving forward with their coin swap, and they have now paid the fee for one of their exchanges to do the coin swap. Hopefully they're able to do the coin swap painlessly also on the decentralized exchanges. Coin swaps can be scary. Apollon Coin also doing a coin swap. Might as well bring that Discord up since I've got that here. And they've mentioned some progress about their coin swap as well. They've been posting videos every single day. I really commend the Apollon team on the way they've engaged with the community. They've got the coin swap application, just went live even since I've been, even since before I did my research for today's episode. This came up, so good job, Apollon team. They've got their coin swap application, so you can get in there and be involved in the coin swap. Again, don't try to do these coin swaps on your own without going and doing some research on the site, etc. Because the coin swap is definitely an opportunity to lose coin and lose money. A lot of people have done that. So get on the Discord, talk to them, sign up, have them walk you through it. Don't try and coin swap on your own. I guess there are people trying to send coins from their old wallet to their new wallet and stuff, and that's not going to work. It's a completely different blockchain, so you will lose coin doing stuff like that, so don't do that. Let's see, StakeNet mentioned that they have adopted SegWit, and they have a paper out documenting the advantages of that. Again, I don't have the Discord up for StakeNet. I need to have all these Discords up on here, and I probably need to register that account. And I probably need to be a lot more professional in general. Working on it, okay? I haven't even done episode 50 yet. Wait, is today episode 50? Or is it episode 49? I don't know. I should maybe be celebrating, and I don't even know. Episode 50. Who knew we were going to get there? Let's see. Gossip Coin is, their price got hit really hard today. They did post some news in their Discord where they're discussing buying all the cheap coins and trying to raise the price of the coin artificially by purchasing the coins in the market that are at a low price, and just upping the scarcity by upping their own holdings as the team behind the coin. I think that could certainly work. The value in that, I'm not sure. The truth is, I think the Gossip logo is the ugliest logo maybe in the whole market, and you guys need a better logo. I know you have a contest going on about the icon or whatever, but please make that icon part of the logo and replace your logo and do some branding stuff. I like part of the idea behind Gossip Coin, and I see some potential there, but yeah, the logo's terrible. You got to fix that. Dextro. Dextro just did a quick update on their Discord today to talk about the fact that they were not around as much for a moment. I guess one of their main developers got a new server or something, so there's a little bit of an apology for them not being around. H2O Coin has a Discord invite contest going on. I have seen those Discord invite contests go well for other coins in the past, so it potentially has some value. That was H2O Coin. Ultranatum announced that they have a Discord bot now. Again, I don't have the Ultranatum Discord up here. Yeah, some of those Discord bots can be really useful and fun. PolisPay has announced that they are going to be releasing their PolisPay platform to beta users. So there will be beta users able to test out the PolisPay platform. They're going to choose 50 to 100 users and start testing the app. So please sign using this form. So if you want to be part of the PolisPay beta, get in there and get playing with that. And Zcoin announced on Saturday, this is a couple of days ago now, but I don't think I said anything about it on Saturday, they have a new wallet. So that's it for the MasterNode news today. I do want to look at a couple of these charts a little bit more. Clearly, more masternodes coming online every day. Almost 182,000 masternodes online being tracked by masternodes.online. That is very good news. Clearly, the market is growing daily. Dash dominance down a little bit today. Love to see that. Its all-time low was 60. Is that real? 63.4? I thought its all-time low was like 59 something. Okay, well, maybe not. Anyway, I would love to see Dash dominance way down lower. I do think Dash is a great coin, but I don't think it should be dominating the entire market as it is. So anyway, and yeah, overall, look, I mean, the entire market is still just growing. Look at that curve just going up. And we're here in the space delivering the news. I'm always interested in feedback. I always want to do a hangout with a coin developer, with one of these site developers. I would love in particular to talk to masternodes.online, anybody from that team, because I do use this tool quite a bit for my vlog. And it does look like there might be a couple of good buy opportunities today. Also maybe a couple of good sell opportunities as well. You got to use your own determination on that. Looks like Gossip Coin is under maintenance. Look at that, down 26%. Or no, I just did the search for that, right? Did the maintenance tab ever come up? Like, I see it never came up. Okay, here it is. So yeah, some of these. So StakeNet's under maintenance. I don't know. MasterNodes.online operating slowly for me today. You know, GoByte is under maintenance, yeah, because they have the new wallets. That doesn't surprise me. So they're down just a pinch. Still up a little bit from where they were. So I think my buddy investor Tim is still up a little bit on GoByte. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about when the coins are in maintenance, because that means we don't really know the stats, right? It could be wrong. So anyway, that's it for today, fam. I'm gonna keep it short and simple. I hope you guys are all having a great time and a great day. And again, I'm very interested in any kind of feedback you've got about my show, about what we're talking about the overall market. And let's talk about that on social media. And as usual, fam, keep on noding.